Hey everybody, welcome back to Nico Brothers. We're continuing our build on our Duramax. Basically last time I got the wire harness swapped out and now I'm ready to dig in further and get rid of the crankshaft. Basically got to take that off. I got a bunch of parts I got to go at, so let's check it out. Let's get it done. All right, as you can tell, that big old crack right there. Let's get that off. But first I gotta take this guy off. So let's go on the computer and see how that comes off real quick, make sure I don't miss anything. I don't mess nothing up. All right, here in the computer, sitting down, so I'm checking it out. We got our 2021 Chevy Silverado 2500, 6.6 diesel engine. There's the crankshaft right there. Looks pretty simple. Got 3 bolts in the front and my main one right there. And that's a tool basically to hold it so it doesn't spin. So if that bolt right there is really tough to get off, it's not gonna come out. But I think it should be all right being new and stuff. Hopefully I don't have too much of an issue. Hopefully get the big impact, fresh battery, and get that off. But not too complicated. Seems pretty simple. So once I get that off, then I can get to my cover. So step by step, let's get it done. Not a problem. All right, so before I start taking it apart, I definitely want to clean it because it's dirty. And before I get all that stuff inside, I'm just gonna blow it off, maybe Pro Power or something, cover that up, and just try to clean it up a little bit before it gets too dirty inside, before I take it apart and get all that dirt inside. So yeah, let's clean it up. All right, there we go. Nice and clean. A lot easier to work with now because I don't want that debris and dirt, like I said, to get in there. Washed it, pressure washed it, blew it off, wiped it down. Getting it done. So now we can focus on getting this off. Hopefully it won't be hard. Hopefully. See what happens. So that came off really easy, but I'm gonna go ahead and mark it. So just in case the balance or the weight or something's off, I think it'd be a good idea to mark it. Yeah, that came right off. Look at that. Nice and easy. And it does have a key on there, so I can't mess it up. That's also nice, and I can put that right back. Awesome. Very simple. Keep going. So that is awesome. I'm happy it just came right off. That could have took hours, but it slid right off. Man, this thing's like brand new. Awesome. So let's go ahead and try to get this cover off and see what I need to do to get that off. So that popped right off. There was a little seal there. That's what's kind of snug, but looking pretty good. Man, that definitely is broken. Look how far that crack goes, but broken is broken. So either way, we're gonna replace it. So that's not really bad news or a surprise. I just hope everything behind it is okay. That is the next big thing. So now it looks like I could just go around, take off little wires and clips and stuff. That's just gonna be in the way. But go around and unbolt it all and get this little shield cover off and see what's going on behind it. All right, here we go. Any moment, this thing's coming off. It's wiggling. I think I got the glue off, just trying to wiggle it out. It's holding a little bit on top right there, but let's get it off. Man, so close. I have this thing loose. It is coming off, but unfortunately it is behind that. And to get that off, I'm gonna take everything else off that's behind there. That's unfortunate because there's a pump right there and I need to slide it right over and I can't because I'm hitting, like I said, that up there. But either way, I have to replace this bracket because it's cracked right there, so it's not the end of the world. Just more stuff to take off. I was excited to see what's behind it, but I guess we'll have to wait. And just like that, this side got cleared off and you could see what's going on, so I gotta bolt this later. But let's go ahead and work on this side, get it off, so that way I could clearly see what's going on. But yeah, this thing is coming off real soon. It's a pretty cool bracket. Held the AC compressor, you got your, I think, give me a second, I know what it is, power steering pump, yeah, and alternator. So I'll get that replaced later. I'm keeping that together with all the bolts and hardware. This separate over here. I'm trying to stay tidy, don't lose nothing. Keep it clean, put it back, get it done. Moving right along, this came off nice and easy, not too bad at all. So now I can finally get this guy off, which is just barely holding on right there, but looks like a couple bolts, simple, hopefully, let's get it done. All right, came right off, literally just came right off. Put that down, don't need that right now. Come back to it later, let's check it out. Okay. I don't see anything, it looks a little wet, but overall looking good. Swipe it down, make sure there's no cracks, no further internal damage. All right, looking really, really good. So my next step is to get rid of the old gray gasket seal thing that was on there. I'm gonna scrape it off, get some brake cleaner, make sure that's all properly cleansed, take it off, and yeah, prep it for my new cover. All right, get it done. Moving right along, I got my brake cleaner. I got Ultra Gray for the gasket maker. I've been using that for years. It works pretty good. New razor blade. Just put it together, a little bit of love, and it'll be cleaned up in no time, ready to go. My buddy Ruben went to the dealership for me, picked up me a new seal, and I got me a new bolt. So that's awesome. Just gonna go ahead and install my seal before I get my gasket on there. Just gonna go ahead and install my seal before I get my gasket on there, and use my bolt later for my balancer. Got it all sealed up, bolted down. My cover is on and looking good. I'm really happy about that. Hopefully nothing leaks, but I'm feeling pretty confident about it. Oh, nice, moving back on so I can slowly start putting it back together, and with the new parts, hopefully everything look good. Let's go ahead and get this guy on first. So we'll get my new bracket over here, but I need to put all my other pieces on probably first, since my other old bracket has the alternator and water pump on it. I might as well take those off, put them on now, that way I can put my bracket on, just in case they're hard to get to later or something. Who knows, let's just put those pieces on there. That side right there is looking really good. I love it when it just falls into place, all the bolts line up, everything's nice and new. It's actually enjoyable to work on. But let's go ahead and work on that hole right there, because I don't need any holes like that. Let's go ahead and get that plugged in, and I think we'll be looking good. All right, there we go. Got a couple more bolts to put on there, not a big deal. I actually put my old nut on there just in case I have to take it off. I don't ruin my brand new one. Worst case, I could just swap that out later. Not a big deal, just can't forget about it. But yeah, it's looking good. Got stuff on there, put my pulleys back on. Man, awesome, getting it done. Alright guys, and just like that, it's coming together. That piece was a little tricky, but it fit on there like a glove. At first I was worried it's the wrong piece, but looking great. Man, I'm really happy with it. I hope everything seals properly. Yeah, there's a couple more little bolts to do, little hose there and stuff. Not a big deal, but it's all the time for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you next time.